Yeah. Okay. Hey, sorry. We're going to try this again. My connection was bad. Hi. Abigail Klutz here, not in Kansas City, in New York. I'm going to introduce you to some amazing women here. I think they're hiding from me, though. This happens sometimes. I don't understand. Hey, girls. Girls.
Hey, get that switch on the wall.
Should we have planned this? Okay. Okay. All right, cheesiest Facebook Live ever. I'm just gonna leave y'all in there and do my own live video.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hey, girls. Hey. Whoa. Awesome. All right. Okay. Well, what the heck are these ladies doing here? That's what you want to know. Okay, this is like a dream come true for me. I'm going to give you the view of New York. Oh my gosh, I'm just in awe. I'm so grateful. My heart is so full right now, and it's just the people and the experience. And I'm going to ask these ladies some questions here because their hearts will just inspire you. They've inspired me. The question that we're all going to just kind of answer for each other is, this trip, this moment in New York, we were all brought together here just by a community that is inspiring people to just be better. And it's been such a eye-opener and such an empowering just mission to help others and then to reach our full potential. And what New York today means to me is pretty near and dear to my heart. When I graduated high school, I was a pretty mediocre student. Just kind of struggled through high school, always had to work really, really hard to get good grades, but that's okay. If you have kids who are barely making it, it's okay. They're learning how to work hard if you put the fear of God in them, don't bring home a, D. So that, and I remember graduating high school and I just did not know what I wanted to do with my life. And I went, I took, my parents paid to have me take a career assessment, and I got done taking it, and he was like, yeah, you're kind of all over the board, but here's what I see. And he was like, based on your assessment, he was like, I can just see you walking down the streets of New York City, in the city life with the sensory and the excitement, holding a briefcase in your hand and a Starbucks in the other, in some kind of team-oriented leadership type collaborating company, and I've started my journey in my career as English Lit major. I managed a Starbucks. I was a personal trainer. I was been nutritionist, and I got off that plane. I got up this morning and I walked down those streets of New York, and I got a Starbucks, and I just had this emotional moment, right now, right here, because I held on to that. I held on to that vision for myself, and it always felt I don't know what that looks like, but that's what I want to be and do, and I want to have that. And so being here in New York right now with this amazing team and this passion we have for something we believe in, and the just rich experience that this has been, it's like speak life into people, because that's a vision I've had for myself for a decade. And it just was true today. And so I did something I would never, ever, ever do. But I am learning in life to celebrate the sorrows, celebrate the trials, their opportunities for growth, and then celebrate the victories. And so I went in and I bought a Gucci ring, something I would never do, but I did have some peer pressure. But like, this is my mile marker. Like, this is it. I'm sticking it in here, and I'll celebrate it all. And you know, if someone didn't speak that life and that vision, I don't know if I would have stretched this far. And this company, these people, Brian and Nancy Underwood, this team, Brian James, mentors, teammates, they just kept pushing to be better, do more. And I don't care if it's in this company or somewhere else. We all have a greatness, and I'm just learning, don't be scared of it. Lean into it. So I am talking way too much with all the talent in the room tonight. So please introduce yourself, where you're from, and what this weekend means to you.
Hey, I am Kelly Smith, and I live in Florida. This weekend to me is priceless. This is something that it's hard to put into words, because as a champion, like, surrounding yourself with other champions and people that are that have that same heartbeat and that same fire in their belly, it's like you just desire to be around them all the time, because you're consistently learning new things and just fellowshipping with the people that get it just like you do. And so being in a room with such impeccable people was awesome. And being around Brian and Nancy and Michael Rutherford, blessing, like, ridiculous. So for me, I came here not sure like what to expect, but expecting everything, because I knew it was going to be amazing. And I think I wanted to push myself just a little bit farther, to say, I love this community, I love this business, like, I've got the skill set, I've been successful, but like, I want to take it that next step. I want to get further into leadership and really push myself personally. So being at that boardroom table, and listening to these fabulous women and guys, Francisco is awesome, Josh Rapkin, just, it's like, you want to be better. Like, you just look at yourself and say, okay, I'm going to go that extra mile. Like, okay, I need to improve in this area. Like, I want to do a little bit more than I'm doing right now. So it's just like that commitment level, that excitement is just like through the ceiling. So I'm just so excited. I'm so blessed to be here. It's like so humbling that we're here. Like, we get the opportunity to sit with Brian Underwood and get laser, sharp focused training and coaching from him. And it's just huge. Love it.
I'm Celina Buck from Kansas, and just this last day and sitting at the table, being surrounded by all these individuals, it's something I've foreseen a long time ago for myself. I know, Abigail, you just talked about New York, and we kind of had a little bit of a discussion about New York. Like, when I was in high school, I see myself here in a studio apartment and doing art, but my art has went into a whole nother form. I'm motivating people and inspiring people in a whole different realm. Like, that molding of the clay that I used to do, that painting, it's far different. It's giving rainbows of hope to other people, that they don't have to settle where they are, and being able to sit in a room full of other individuals that every day are inspiring and touching people by their own mold of clay or their own form of media is just amazing. And I was so nervous to come here, because I've always been the one to sit back and not just go ahead and go full forward, because I was always comfortable at just that step below, because I was always so fearful of success. But the last few months have just stepped into, no, like, I am not doing justice to where justice needs to be on fulfilling better for other people unless I use my media, unless I step up and say, hey, I want to play at a higher rate. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to just give back to everybody else the way that everybody else in this company has given back to me, and to sit there and be part of a company that, Brian, the CEO has such a heart for all of us to be successful, and to really make sure that we're really bringing out our true self and our talents of what we each have. I think today was all about individuality, and really honing in on who you are as a person, in order to really just help others to achieve better. So, this is that next step of saying Celina's not playing small anymore, and I'm ready for that next chapter. My family is my driving force, and I missed out on a Royals game today, but my family knows and supports the fact that stepping back, missing out a little bit, creates more of those memories that we get to share later.
My goodness, now that I'm an emotional wreck. My name is Sarah Ramos. I'm from Boise, Idaho, and I've actually been in with this opportunity for a year. So I was doing some reflecting, just thinking where I was a year ago, and a year ago I was lost, I guess you would say. I was a 7th grade math teacher. I was coaching 2 sports. I was catering weddings on Saturdays. I was waitressing on Sundays. So you can just call me crazy because I was busy, and my husband, he was in sales, and so we just saw each other in passing. And it sounds silly, but I never got to have breakfast with my husband. I never got to make coffee with my husband. And so we just decided there was a better way of life, and I resigned without a plan. And I was the crazy one at school. All the old teachers were like, your retirement plan, what are you going to do about health insurance? And I was like, it was crazy because I said, you know what, I'm meant for better. And that was before I knew that Prove It was like based around the word better. I just said, I'm stuck within these walls, and I'm meant for something so much bigger and better, and I just need to get that fulfillment, and I need to get that time with my husband. And so fast forward to today, I guess to yesterday, I got a text message, and it said, like, can you make it to New York City today? And my husband said, honey, you say yes, and then you figure out how to get there. And it's just amazing because New York City is on my bucket list, and it's just something that you don't think is going to happen. You kind of weigh out your options and think, like, that's not in the cards for me. Maybe this is in the cards for me. So I just kind of thought I would never make it to New York City. So being here and being surrounded by people that dream big, like, I have never been surrounded around people that dream like big like I do. Like, I was always the weird one, and I was the one that didn't fit in because I was thinking outside the box, and I was thinking things were possible that people thought were impossible. And so literally while I'm sitting at the table looking at New York City behind Brian Underwood, just soaking in all this knowledge, like, I kept having to tell myself, like, pull it together, Sarah. Like, if you start crying right now, people are going to be like, what's wrong with you? You're not even talking. So, yeah, I'm so grateful. And just to think, like, where we were a year ago, where we are today, like, I'm thankful for every chapter of my life. It's brought me to you ladies, and I'm very happy to be here.
I love you.
Hey, I'm Katie. I love you too. I'm Katie. I live in North Carolina. I'm originally from New York. I admittedly have not been back in New York City in 10 years since I moved. So when I got a text yesterday, can you make it to New York City tomorrow? I said, absolutely. For a couple reasons. One, because that is traditionally something that would have stressed me out beyond belief. I was never a person that could just on the whim be like, you know what, sure, go ahead. But same thing. Called Chuck. He was like, okay, sounds good. Go ahead, book the flight. And when I was sitting at the table earlier, I was sitting there just literally looking at everyone at this table, and there is not one person at this table who would gain a single penny off of any knowledge I was gaining that day, any skill that I have actually gained at all in this industry or in this company. Yet at any point in time, I could talk to Sarah and say, what do you think about this? How can I maybe do this differently? Or, what's working for you? And she will stop what she's doing and talk to me for 20 minutes about it. Any of you would. Anyone at that table would. Specifically, that happened today a couple times. I said, guys, what's going on with this? What should I be doing about that? And it just solidifies that I knew I was supposed to be doing something. I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing, but I always wanted to be in a position to where I could be around other people that I felt truly helped me grow without any benefit of their own. And up until this point, even in regular, white collar America, anyone that poured into you, it was because you were going to make them something. You were going to do something for them. And to my boss, who gave me a hard time when I put my notice 6 weeks in would prove it to go sell powder on the internet, thank you for mocking that, because that actually, like, every single day has been driving me to be damn proud that I made that decision. But I don't know. This trip was a reminder that every single fear I had that I chose to be the thing that pushed me forward instead of, as it always for 35 years traditionally held me back. Honoring that fear and letting it help me grow was proven to me today that it was, again, the right decision.
I agree. Yeah. What do you say?
It's awesome. And guys, this isn't, maybe just hearing some of this, you know, maybe you're not with us and prove it. You should check it out if you're not, obviously. But like in your everyday, what are you dreaming? The risk is worth it. I'm learning here to take the leap, to go, just to be present, to be all in, to love people, to have compassion. It's something God is actually like putting all these opportunities in front of me and strengthening these muscles to go love his people through a vehicle I didn't foresee for myself. So anyway, we all feel extremely grateful right now, and we hope that we just wanted to share a little bit of our excitement, energy, and passion, because we know what happens when you can catch other people's passion, and you know, we just got to keep sharing it with each other and dream bigger and chase harder. Have a great night.
Night.
Good night from New York.